Once upon a time, I took a 1-week job as a camp counselor for a Lutheran camp in the middle of nowhere, Illinois. Back in the pioneer days, the Lutheran Germans were the first to recognize the only hill in central Illinois. So they seized it and turned it into a magnificent campground with cabins surrounding a little lake and plenty of acreage all around. It was my first time as a counselor, and when I laid my head down to rest at the tender age of 17, I felt the weight of responsibility for several 9-year-old boys fall upon me. I did not slumber. Anyone who has lived in the Great Plains of North America knows that the atmosphere just loves cooking up Frankenstein monster weather systems. What we get here in July have already been attenuated by Lake Michigan and Huron. And Ontario and Erie turned Frankenstein into Pollyanna by comparison to the humid, wide-open plains, which are feeding moisture upward until it is captured by the front end of a high-pressure system. These systems are, as you have surely seen on TV, quite dangerous. I slept next to the screen door, a kind of security, so that no little boys get themselves terribly lost on the way to the outhouse. Turn right, Jimmy, turn right. Left takes you to the lake, and so forth. I slept, as I said, but I did not slumber. The day had been oppressive, hot and humid, and the bunkhouse had managed to retain those qualities of the day. I could hear, in my dozing, the symphony of sleep murmurs of several little boys. I also heard a breeze spring up, and I sprang up, and I pushed against the spring of the screen door. There it was in the western sky, illuminated by the dawn's light of 4:30 a.m., a monster, a black monster rising to devour us. It's wrong to say that the dawn was illuminating it. In fact, that's how you could see it. It was absorbing light, not reflecting any, and the restlessness of the trees gave away the presence of something horrible. The cloud bared its teeth with lightning, and before we heard the howl of thunder, I had the boys up and moving toward the concrete storm shelter. The storm siren then sounded the alarm. There was a tornado in that cloud, and it landed somewhere nearby. Sin, you see, gathers itself up around us, within us, the great weapon of the satanic forces which are all around us. With sin, they mean to do us violence, but God does not slumber. They are not satisfied with death either. They want us afraid, cowering, unsure, wary of every step. They want us certain of only one thing, that God is angry with us and that He hates us, and there is no hope. By nature, we believe they will descend upon us using our own sin against us, and also that God will slumber. We must sin, as sure as a 9-year-old boy must sleep after a long, hot day. We cannot stay awake, as Jesus commands, so that we do not fall into temptation. We must sin. When evil comes, however, to collect the wages of sin, God springs into action. In the miracle of the crucifixion, God has made the tomb a storm shelter, not a punishment. We fear nothing now, not our own sin, not the forces of evil, not ourselves, not even death. Oh, lightning may flash, and thunder may peal, rain may flood, and tornado may destroy. But we are safe, protected by a God who does not slumber. When you go out during the day, He watches over you. When you come in the evening, He watches over you. When you rest in peace, He watches over you. And when you come out again, he watches you from this time forth and even forevermore.